Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Melanie. How are you? So in this video, I thought I'd bring you guys something just a little bit different. I'm going to sit down and talk about my transition. So recently, I've been at the 10-month mark. In September, I will be at, I think, 12 months of hormones. So, I have been on estradiol for 10 months, and I just now started spironolactone. So, I want to go from the very beginning. So, I started out in a rough patch in my transition. I was very depressed. I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know what to do until I started getting online and I started looking up like hormone doctors in the area. There were none. So I had to go out of town about 3 hours away to get hormones. But I'm glad I did it. So I met my doctor and he just talked to me a little bit about, hormones and the process. So after that happened, I had to get some letters from some psychiatrist, a therapist, and I think a psychologist. I think I got 3 letters actually. So I met and sat down with my therapist. Me and her talked about gender dysphoria and basically how I felt about my own body. I was honest. I told her that I was at the point to where I don't feel comfortable anymore. I explained to her that, for me, it was kind of hard in my own personal transition to love myself. That being said, she wrote down everything and she documented it, and she said, well, after the doctor writes his letter, I'll get to mine. So I had to wait about a month, and that's when I got over to him, and then he's the one who does my he was the one that done my medication and things. I switched doctors, but he talked to me about it, and he sent me to a psychologist. So the psychologist, I know this is a long process, so then the psychologist sat down and talked to me a little bit, and we talked about how I was doing mentally, physically, emotionally, and about my gender issue. So to me, it wasn't an issue. It was something that, I was just now getting used to the fact that I hated my body. There would be nights where I would cry myself to sleep, and I just wouldn't be able to handle it. Now I'm in such a better place. The hormones, I've definitely noticed some changes, like in body hair growth, my breast area. My hair is so much more smooth. My skin is starting to get smoother. I haven't really noticed much about it anymore. I noticed that my body fat is shifting a little bit, and I am hella emotional, like all the time. Like I cry. Sometimes I get emotional over soap operas, and I just get emotional over everything. But now I would say that I'm much happier than what I used to be. Because used to, it was like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to turn? Because I have nothing. Like, I had nothing to live for. Now I'm in such a better place. I'm on spironolactone. And spironolactone is a fairly new prescription for me. It's really something that, it's like, how do I explain it? I don't know how to explain it, kinda. It's like, I eat a lot more than I should, to be honest. I'm battling weight right now. Weight gain for me is something that is pretty normal, to be honest. But I'm going to read off some of the side effects this thing here says. It says the first It says you may perceive pain and temperature differently. I actually do. Like, I developed little small buds beneath my nipples. They are kind of painful to touch. Like, they're very sensitive. You know, I feel like whenever I touch them, I'm like, ow, like, that hurts. Like, my weight, I see it going, you know, instead of having a gut, I have more feminine features. It says you can only expect to develop an A cup or perhaps a small B cup. I'm actually already there. I'm in a 38B, to be honest. But I think that's to do with weight and the hormones. And then over here it says your eyes and face will begin to develop a more female appearance as the fat under the skin increases and shifts. I feel like it is. I mean, I don't know. In my other video, my journey as a trans woman, I posted, and you get to see where I changed from, like, being totally male to female. More feminine, I should say. Let's see. The hair. It says the hair on your body, including your chest, back, and arms, will decrease in thickness and grow on a slower rate. I've not noticed a lot of that, actually. In my chest, I do notice it. In my arms, kind of. But, like, my back, I don't notice. My legs, whenever I shave them, I do notice that whenever it grows back in, it's kind of slower. Now, let's talk about my emotional state. My emotional state overall has been a roller coaster. It's like, it goes up and down, up and down. It's like, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's like, I feel like I'm a bipolar person. You know, 1 minute I'm happy, 1 minute I'm sad. And I'm not saying that's what bipolar is, because it's not. You know, and I cry sometimes. And I'm noticing I'm getting, like, different tastes in food. Like, I crave food all the time, and sometimes I'm like, I don't care what the food is, I want it now. Now, here's another thing. The third impact of hormone therapy is sex in nature. I don't have a sex drive anymore. Before hormones, I did have a sex drive. I was, like, about it. But now, not really, to be honest. I don't really feel like I need sex to be happy. I feel like I can just be who I am and be happy with that. But that's really all that I notice with the hormones. I mean, if I notice anything else, I will definitely be coming on here and talking about that. But I think right now, I just wanted to show, like, a little update on where I'm at my transition and how I feel. Yeah. So, remember, guys, that beauty is like gold. It's rich and pure, but it's very fragile. And I hope to see you guys commenting and liking on my next video. Bye, guys.